Thomas Hearns, the Motor City Cobra, was a force of nature in the boxing ring. His lanky frame and devastating right hand leaving a trail of knocked-out legends and electrified crowds. At 66, the Hitman's 67-fight career, 61 wins, 48 by knockout, 5 losses, 1 draw, spans 5 weight divisions, a historic first. From welterweight to cruiserweight, he toppled giants like Roberto Duran and Wilfred Benitez, earning Fighter of the Year honors in 1980 and 1984, and a 2012 Hall of Fame induction. Yet, as he reflects on his battles, Hearns has stunned the boxing world by naming not Sugar Ray Leonard, who ended his undefeated streak, but Marvin Hagler as the one man who truly broke him. In a brutal 3-round war in 1985, Hagler's relentless pressure and iron chin pushed Hearns to his physical and mental limits, leaving scars deeper than any punch. This is the story of Hearns' rise from Detroit streets to boxing immortality, and the fight that defined his toughest test. Born in 1958 in Grand Junction, Tennessee, Thomas Hearns moved to Detroit at 5, where the city's grit shaped his resolve. Growing up in poverty, he watched Muhammad Ali's fluid brilliance, igniting a spark to box. At the Kronk Gym, under the legendary Emanuel Steward, Hearns transformed from a skinny, light-hitting amateur into a knockout machine. Standing 6'1", with an 8-inch reach, his lanky frame belied a ferocious power Steward honed into a sniper's precision. His amateur record 155 wins. 8 losses culminated in 1977 National Golden Gloves and AAU titles. Turning pro that November, Hearns obliterated Jerome Hill in 2 rounds, launching a 17-fight knockout streak that announced the Hitman's arrival. Left hand low, daring opponents to attack, only to be floored by a right hand that struck like lightning. In 1980, he demolished Jose Pepino Cuevas to claim the WBA welterweight title, defending it thrice and earning Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Year. Hearns wasn't just a fighter. He was a phenomenon, blending speed, reach, and power into a nightmare for any opponent. In 1981, Hearns faced his first true test, Sugar Ray Leonard, an undefeated welterweight king in a clash for the ages. The Las Vegas showdown was billed as the ultimate battle of skill versus power. Hearns, ahead on scorecards, used his jab and reach to dominate early, landing crushing blows that tested Leonard's resolve. But Leonard, a master of adaptation, turned the tide. In the 14th round, after a grueling war, he unleashed a flurry that forced a TKO stoppage, stripping Hearns of his title and perfect record. The loss stung, but Hearns, ever resilient, saw it as fuel. He moved to light middleweight, capturing the WBC title from Wilfred Benitez in 1982 with clinical precision. 2 years later, he faced Roberto Duran, a legend who'd never been knocked out. Hearns boldly predicted a second-round KO and delivered. His right hand sent Duran to the canvas twice in the first, then ended him in the second, a seismic victory that earned Hearns his second Fighter of the Year nod. The Hitman was unstoppable, collecting belts across divisions, his power a constant threat. But in 1985, Hearns met his match in Marvin Hagler, the undisputed middleweight king, in a fight dubbed The War. Hagler, a New Jersey-born juggernaut, had ruled the division for years, his iron chin and relentless pressure making him a terror. April 15th clash at Caesar's Palace was no ordinary bout. It was a collision of titans, Hearns' long-range precision against Hagler's unyielding advance. From the opening bell, both men erupted, trading bombs in the center of the ring. Hearns landed massive right hands that would have felled most, but Hagler absorbed them, cutting Hearns' eye and pressing forward. The first round, one of boxing's most iconic, set the tone. Pure, unrelenting violence. By the third, Hagler's pressure overwhelmed Hearns, who, exhausted from throwing everything he had, was cornered and battered until the referee stopped it. "I hit him so hard," Hearns later said, but he kept coming. "I was spent." Hagler's relentless will and durability broke Hearns in a way no one else had. It's a 3-round epic that remains a benchmark for intensity. Hearns' confession that Hagler was his toughest foe shocked fans expecting. Leonard's name, Leonard's 1981 TKO was devastating, but Hagler's 1985 onslaught was a different beast. 3 rounds of toe-to-toe action, Hearns recalled. I was so exhausted. Hagler's ability to eat punches and keep advancing disrupted Hearns' rhythm, forcing him into a grueling slugfest that tested his heart. Unlike Leonard's tactical brilliance, Hagler's raw, unyielding force left a deeper mark, a scar Hearns still feels at 66, yet the loss didn't define him. Hearns rebounded, becoming the first to win titles in 5 divisions: welterweight WBA, 1980, light middleweight WBC, 1982, middleweight WBC, 1987, super middleweight WBO, 1989, and light heavyweight WBA, 1991. His 1989 rematch with Leonard, a thrilling draw, many believe he won. And his 1999 cruiserweight title win over Nate Miller cemented his versatility. Even in his final fight in 2006, a TKO at 47, Hearns' power endured. The cost of Hearns' 29-year career is evident. Speech slurred and slowed. Suggests dementia pugilistica, a consequence of blows and brutal fights. Yet his legacy shines undimmed. Ranked 18th on Ring Magazine's list of the 100 greatest punchers, Hearns redefined what a boxer could be, his unorthodox style inspiring generations. His role in the Four Kings era facing Leonard, Hagler, and Duran elevated boxing's golden age, their fights etched in history. Even after Hagler's 2021 passing, Hearns honored him at a memorial event, a testament to their mutual respect. Now recovering from hip replacement, Hearns remains active, mentoring young fighters and supporting initiatives like Virtual Fights Unlimited. His confession about Hagler reveals not just the fight that broke him,